Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Mike. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to make one of these big print frames on a budget. I'm talking about $50. Instead of spending $1,000 getting it printed and framed at a professional place, how you can do this yourself at home using a simple panel board from Home Depot that you can buy for $10, $15, using Elmer's glue and 4x6 photo prints you can order online for as low as 13 cents a photo. So this right here was a 40 by 60 inch photo. I pieced it together out of, I don't know, like 105 prints. And now I've got this big thing. Just to give you an idea, here's me standing up and here's the print. So it's pretty big. So in this episode, I'm gonna teach you how to make that. So keep watching. All right, so this is kind of do-it-yourself photo frames. So we're home at Lowe's. We got some glue all by Elmer's. We got some sponge rollers. And most importantly, we got the white panel board. It's pretty big. It's like, you know, pretty big. We're gonna cut it to 60 by 40. So here's the panel board we cut earlier at Lowe's. This is the first half. This is the second half. And one thing you need to do first, before you put your photos, wipe this clean because there's all kinds of dust and stuff. So just spray some cleaner. And the reason we're doing this is so once we put our photos on here, there won't be any bubbles, there won't be any bumps, and the photos will stick well. So just wipe it down really quick. Let's get this down. Because you see how dirty that is? All right, so the next step is to measure the board so we know the correct dimensions for the size of our photo. So this is gonna be 36 inches tall, and it's gonna be 48 inches wide. So 48 by 36. All right, let's go to the computer. All right, so now we're at the computer, and I'm gonna show you guys my Photoshop workflow on how I prepare the images to get them to be framed on the panel board. So to begin, I open up the image, and just so you see, the original image size is 15 inches wide by 10 inches high. So that's too small. So what we need to do is change the image size. So the width is now 48 and the height is 32. So it's a small problem because our board is 36 inches and the photo is 32. So now that means we have about 4 inches of empty space. And I already got these boards cut at Lowe's, and for me to cut them myself, I don't have the tools. So what's easier for me to do is to actually make the height 36. Since that was the size of the board, I'll make the height 36 inches and the width will be 53, and that's a little bit over 48, but it's a lot easier to just cut a piece of paper photo than to cut through a solid board. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the height 36 and the width 33, and I'm gonna just cut out the extra spots on the photo. So now Photoshop is making it bigger. Okay, so now the image size is 53 by 36. So the next step is to make a new Photoshop window workspace and make the inches. Our photo prints are going to be 6 inches. It's going to be 6 inches wide and 4 inches tall. Resolution 300, and that is pixels 1800 by 1200. So I made a new workspace over here. And now on the original workspace, I'm gonna go to the rectangular marquee tool. I'm gonna go to the style, fixed size. Width is gonna be 1800 by 1200. So the reason I did that is now when I make a selection, it's gonna be the same size as our photos. So let's start at the top and make sure you have view rulers turned on. We're gonna make a grid. So I'm gonna drag one over here, pull this over here, and drag another one. And we're gonna just do this for every section so we can get perfect dimensions. Alright, so now in Photoshop we have this grid, and what we're gonna do is select every single section and copy it into the other window. So what I like to do is, so everything is in order once you print it, is I go top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. And for me, once CVS prints the photos, I already know that this is this row, this is this row, this is this row, and you don't need to go through and try to puzzle all your photos together. This makes it a little bit easier. So let's start at the top. Control C, open up the new window. Control V, go over here. Control C, Control V, Control. I'm going to do this for each row. Control C. So what now I will do in this next window is I'm going to select all of the photos that I copied over here, I pasted over here, and I'll make a folder and call it A. So this is column A. I'm also going to save this. So now I'm going to select the next column, put it in a folder, just give it a name B, and I'm going to repeat the process for all the other images, so just keep watching. I'm going to speed this up. So it's a slow process, but it's the price you got to pay to save a couple $100. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we're on the last column, and I wanted to show you guys, because we made it a little bit too big, a little bit of the marquee tool is going to stick out. So there's a little piece of it sticking out. So when we copy the image and we paste it into the other window, now we put a layer underneath it, a white layer. Now we have white spaces on the left and right sides. So what we're going to do is just move it a little bit to the left, because we're going to cut off the right part anyway. So make sure the images are all just aligned to the left. So let's continue copying the images. Now we're finished with the main image. We've copied and pasted it into the other window. So in the other window we have 82 layers. So that means we're gonna have 82 images. So what we're gonna do is export layers to files. So select all these layers, go to File, Export Layers to Files. We're gonna stick this all in my downloads, new folder, print. Okay, JPEG, make sure the quality is on high, max, and now let's run. So now the computer is doing its thing, it's just pumping out all the photos, and soon I will show you the final folder. Alright, so the computer just did its thing. All the photos have been exported as layers. So let's check it out. We are in the print folder, and we have 82 images. One is a blank background, so we'll delete that. 81 images. Starts at 1 and it ends at 82. And you see all the images are 1800 by 1200, which is 6 by 4. The next step is to take all these photos and print them at a website like CVS. So just type in photo print CVS. Here, photo print same day pickup CVS. And just so you guys know, a lot of places like CVS, Walgreens, Staples, they do offer promotions like this where you can get prints for 14 cents each, even lower sometimes. So here it's 14 cents for 4x6 prints, minimum 50. It's only gonna be a couple dollars for this entire batch. And if you're on the website now and you don't see this, just go on Google and type in like CVS promo code, Walgreens promo code, and most of the time they are offering some sort of deal like this. So just do your due diligence. So let's upload these photos from my computer. Select photos, downloads, print. We're gonna select everything, open. It looks like the prints might not be in order. Last time I did this, I think it was with Walgreens, and it was they printed them in the order that I uploaded them. Looks a little bit scrambled on CVS, so I might have to jigsaw puzzle these photos later. So let's proceed. So order now, glossy. And the reason we're gonna go with glossy is because once we apply the glue, it's gonna give it that matte look anyway. So glossy, it's fine, it's cheaper, so order now. No thanks. Same day pickup, so I'll put in my store. Okay. Okay, and make sure you add that promo code, so print 14, apply. So it was $18 and now it's $11. So I'm going to check out. and place order. We're getting this printed for $11.34, so place order. Alright, so we just placed the order. I'm gonna get the photos printed. Should be ready like in an hour, 2 hours. I'm gonna go pick them up and I'll be back with the photos, so stay tuned. Alright, so I just got the prints. I'm in the kitchen and I set up my table over here because I don't want to get glue on my office rug. And just so you guys know, for this size, I think it was like a 48 by 36. Usually it's a little big, so I got 2 packs of Elmer's glue all. And I think my photos may be mixed, so I'm going to sort them out and I'll get right back to you. So I got my main photo over here on my phone, using it as a guidance. I'm just trying to piece it together. Phone, using it as a guidance. I'm just trying to piece it together. I'm going to start with the first column. Okay, now I'm going to take the first photo. Got the first photo. I'm going to flip it around. And just get some glue on the back. I'm going to paste it on. Okay, and just paint over it. And I'll take the next photo. And don't worry if you've got glue on the photo, it's going to dry and you won't see it. So all that's going to be invisible. The most important thing is just to roll it and get an even layer on all the photos. Fill these, okay. And usually I can get 2 to 3 photos at a time before the glue starts to dry, so. Okay, and that's the first row. Okay, I'm going with row B. So my fingers are getting dry glue, so I'm gonna wash it off. Let's get a C. Okay, it's time for D. All right, wash my hands. All right, so now we got E. All right, so now we're gonna get F. All right. The last. So now what I'm going to do is apply a layer of glue all over the image just to seal it. So let's start from the bottom and make our way over here. And it's important to do this in sections because the glue, once it dries, it leaves marks. So I just usually do it in quadrants. So quickly just roll over it so it doesn't dry. And this layer of glue is going to seal it and it's going to give it that matte look, so it's not going to shine. And don't worry if you got marks like this, they're gonna dry out and you won't see them. It's just important to get them rolled out fast before they clump up. But if they're like that, it's fine, it's gonna disappear. Alright, now I'm gonna just let this dry. Alright, so there you have it, $60 do-it-yourself photo panels. Talking about 2 of these images. These prints were like 15, these ones were like 11, the materials were 30. Less than $60 in total for these humongous photo panels. So hopefully this tutorial helped. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video and you did end up doing it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Alright guys, until next time.